Welcome back to another Plays With. Today we're going to slightly talk about my problems with SteamWorld Dig. Now, last week, or what was it, a couple weeks ago, I had a video out saying, yeah, SteamWorld Dig 2, I quite like it. I've since completed that game, and I loved it. I thought it was one of the most fun games that I've played in a long while. And I genuinely do recommend picking that up, even though the Twitch Prime free game thing has expired. It is one of the most fantastical games ever. Okay, maybe not ever, but it's a fun Metroidvania that I didn't hate. That's not to say that I hate this, I just think it's very slow. There's something about SteamWorld Dig, this one, that is just so slow. It is very slow and I won't say boring, but it feels like a completely different game. Now, you can take that as a good thing or a bad thing, but the other game felt fun and enjoyable. This feels a bit like a chore. Now, maybe if I paid attention to the story, I would maybe know what I'm on about when it comes to what I'm doing, but I'm not paying attention to the story. I didn't pay attention to the last one. That's a teleportation thing. But yeah, the last one felt good. It felt like it flowed. There was something that I quite enjoyed. Hey, that's a slight secret. I wonder how I get in there. Hey! Good. Now I've killed that thing, but I'm not going to say, oh, the game's a bit bad because I just find it boring. It just feels boring. It's not bad, it's just slow. And if you don't want to see one of the key mechanics in this game, look away now. Good. You bastard. Right, so as you probably just saw, there's a bit of a... Son of a bitch. There's a bit of a... You mother... Let's open that up, thank you. Okay, let's go on a bit of a tangent here instead. Death. Death in the second game is, well, technically it's the third because of SteamWorld Heist, but we'll forget about that. The second game in the main series is very fun, and death you can waver off. You lose what you have in your pouch down the bottom here, but you don't lose your money that you have, you don't lose anything in particular. Here, you lose 50% of your money. And then she pisses and moans. That doesn't feel enjoyable. That feels like, okay, I've lost out on money. That way I can't speak to Dot, the character in the second game, to get money to then talk to this man, Cranky, to get upgrades. As much as the second one does a bit of... I hate this interact button. As much as the second game does do a bit of a thing with... Ooh, hey. No, over a little bit. Oh, there we go. Come on, hit it! There we go. And now I get my stuff back. Yeah, that doesn't happen in the other game. I'm not saying everything should be the same as the other game, it just feels like the other game happens to be a bit better. I don't know what to say about this other than I enjoy the other one. I suggest picking that up, but this feels like a chore. And that's what it is, it's a bit of a chore. The other one felt like I was doing something. I was achieving something. I had a boss to go fight, and in the end I had all these other things. But this just feels like, why am I doing this? Sure enough, I'm not paying attention to the story, and the sunlight coming in through the window isn't helping with the dark screen, but for the most part, I quite enjoy the other game. This one just seems, technically as it should be, a bit of a downgrade. And that's a bit sad to me. The other game felt enjoyable, whereas this, as I've said multiple times now, doesn't feel like a game, it feels like a chore to get around and do anything. Now, not all games have this problem of feeling older and clunkier and the such. I'm playing a bit of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, and that's actually not that bad. Wrong way. There's one or two clunky points, but it's not to a ridiculous level. Ow. Fuck you, spikes. Yeah, I have some feeling of, why am I playing? What's my objective? If you were to be that weird about it. I'll try and wrap this up now and just say, for everything that this game has, the second game does 10 times better. It is good, but not as fun. The second game is just a lot more fun instead of, hey, here's a thing, go kill whatever this is. Go... I hate that interact button. And go! Good. Also, the water in pools goes down a little bit. That doesn't happen in the second game. I kind of like the idea of that happening, but at the same time I kind of don't. Because, well, you can see where that would go wrong. And I died. Luckily I didn't have massive problems of dying there, but yeah. A lot of this game just feels like a chore. And I don't think that's that enjoyable. Hey, that thing went down there. And now I'm stuck in here. Death! No. Anyway, until next time, when I possibly don't get stuck in a stone cave, or stone hellhole. See you next time. Ta-ra. Buy the second game. It is much better. Also, I did get a key for this game. I also got a key for the last one as well. But I also got the free one from Twitch. Just saying. For clarity and the such. The second one's a lot better. Now how the bloody hell do I get out of here?